Lappy, what was the biggest lesson you think the team took out of the Broncos game?
Good question. I think we've been struggling with our stats before that game, but sort of just proved to ourselves that, if we did go with the right mindset, we can start fast. So it's
a couple of weeks ago, you'd won 2 in a row. Everyone was kind of up and about. What would be your advice to the younger kids in this team about kind of riding the NRL roller coaster and hanging in there for times like this?
Yeah, look, I think it's one of those things you sort of build over the pre-season, that belief, and for us it's all about just checking in with one another, making sure we're still on that same train, understanding that these things take time, and at the end of the day it's still early on in the season too, so we're still building, and there's so many good things to take out of that game. So for us it's all about getting on the training paddock and putting our next plays on and moving on to the next week.
How much did you miss Jerome last week?
Oh, heaps. No, he's one of our leaders. Obviously, he's one of the loudest voices in the team, and he's obviously the one that everyone looks up to and looks to for direction. So, yeah, we obviously missed him a lot, but having him back this week helps.
How much different is Jerome now compared to when you last played with him at the Panthers?
Yeah, it's honestly night and day. When I first met him, he was a child like that, but no. He's just grown so much, matured so much. He still has his outbursts, but for him, he's a lot more of a leader now, and especially in meetings, he talks up and doesn't muck around as much. So that's good.
You notice he had the pink vest on out there in when he was in attack and defence. Is that a non-contact thing or a light contact thing?
Yeah, he's had that on the whole year. I think it's in his contract, so he can't get tackled anyway. So. But no, he's all good.
And then the shoulder was strapped as well. I mean, the last time we saw him, yes, he got suspended, but there was a bit of talk that he'd hurt his shoulder. How is the shoulder and the strapping there? Is it just to stabilise?
To be honest, I didn't even know he did his shoulder. I'm not even kidding. I asked him this morning what happened. So yeah, I guess something must have happened, but he got it strapped up. But I honestly don't know. So
he's 100% okay?
I got no clue. I asked him how he is. He said he's good, but everyone says they're good. So.
Also got Samuela coming back this week. How impressed with him are you? And a couple of weeks ago, I think it was 2 weeks in a row, he played 80 minutes in the front row. How impressive is that?
Front row?
Yeah.
Back row. Sorry, my bad. No, he's still a kid as well. I first came here, I didn't know what to think of him, but he's just grown so much. He was a natural leader as well. Speaks very well, and he gets everyone on his back. So he's one of those guys that you just love to play with, and we really missed him last week as well. He's got that intent behind him, so yeah, we'll be excited to have him back.
On the flip side, how hard is it to see you last who are so young and so many injuries already? I think 6 to 8 weeks. How hard is it to see now?
Yeah, it's poor kid, man. Broken hand. It's so unfortunate, but it's a part of the game too. So he'll be better for it, and like you said, he's still young, so he's got plenty of time.
Lockie Galvin has got a big decision to make on his future. How much would you like him to stay at this level?
Yeah, I'd love him to stay. He's one of those special talents that don't come around very often, especially in the halves. So, someone that big and is obviously a great kid too. So, hopefully he sticks around.
Would you like to see the club make a big play for him early?
Yeah, look, to be honest, I got no clue how they should go about this. It's up to the club, obviously, and I don't really know how the wheelings and dealings go down.
When you say he's a special talent, what is it that sort of sets him apart from young guys coming through?
Just his want for the ball. A lot of the times the game can get away from young halves. They're not too sure how to approach it, or if they're not on the front foot, what they should do. But this kid just wants the ball in his hands. He'll make a mistake and then want the ball again the next set. Nothing puts him off. So he's really hard to come by. And he's such a big body as well. Great runner of the footy. So.
It seems crazy we're already talking about Origin, but there has been talks that the Blues may opt for Cleary and Moses. What do you think Luai has to do this next sort of 7 weeks coming up to prove that he's ready?
I got no clue. Honestly, I don't know what they're going to look for, but so I'll just stay out of that one.
And NRL obviously cracked down a lot on the weekend with the sin bins. You were the one that sort of came victim to that. How did you reflect after that?
Yeah, I guess we can't sort of say too much, and I think both teams had their fair share of penalties and sin bins. So yeah, it is what it is. I'm not sure how to approach it at the moment either, but it's just one of these things we're going to have to sort of work around, I guess.
You were asked about that in the presser on the weekend, and Benji kind of stepped in. Are you happy for him to take the heat on that one?
Yeah, for sure. You can have it. Sorry, yeah.
Did you kick him under the table and say you answer
Yeah, I was just pulling on that help. But nah, he's good like that actually. He's good.
Speaking of Origin, Terrell May's been linked with the New South Wales Blues. Do you think he has all the capabilities to play in the Origin arena?
Yeah, I think he's already shown it. It's his footy that does the talking, and we've only played 5 games, but he was also excellent last year. So yeah, I definitely think he has what it takes.
We saw Mathesini training out there today. How special a talent is he? Still in school as well.
Yeah, we sort of saying this morning he's only here because he's on school holidays, so he has time to come to training. But he's 6'4", he's a huge body, and he's just an incredible athlete already. Hasn't even grown into his body, so it's exciting.
Another young player coming through the ranks, Jared Hayward. Got to watch him the other day at SG Ball. I think he trained with him in the pre-season. What's he like having run the squad?
Yeah, he was only in a few times, but very confident. Wow, it's a great thing. I think he knows how to play rugby league as well, such a young age, and I think he's going to be a huge talent when it comes.
See a bright future for him?
Yeah, definitely. I haven't watched him play too much, but just the way he's held himself at training and what he's done. So,
How conscious are you and the other leaders of this game coming off back-to-back losses? In the years you've been here, that winning is a momentum thing, but losing can often be a momentum thing as well in terms of it just tends to cycle. Then to break it this week to get back to good habits.
yeah, I think for us, as leaders at this club, probably the most important thing is to remember that we've got to play our own game as well. If you stay too much trying to worry about the whole squad altogether, you sort of forget about your own job. And for us as leaders, if we want to do well at this club as a team, we have to play well as individuals. So I think we all just checked ourselves this morning as leaders in a meeting and made sure that we're the ones standing up, so that we're the ones that are able to speak when it's time to come. So yeah, for us, it's just about looking at ourselves first.